Hello, everybody. Today we are going to learn some grammar tips, especially on tenses. We are going to understand the difference between simple present tense and present continuous tense, as that is what confuses people when they try to speak in English, right? So let me share the screen. I'll just share my screen fast. Okay. So I hope my screen is visible to you. Today we are going to learn the difference between simple present tense and present continuous tense. So in this picture, as you can see that in present simple, we talk about all the actions which are taking place from our past time. That means at past also we used to do those things, now also we do, and in future also we will do such things. For example, we brush our teeth, right? Or we take a bath, right? So whichever things which you do regularly every day, those things we talk using simple present tense. So if somebody asks you what is your daily routine, what you will say? That I wake up at morning 6 a.m, then I go for a walk, I come back, I take my breakfast, I go for my office. Yes. So in this way, we are using all the simple present tense to talk about our regular activities. So here there is an example like I do my breakfast, I do my work, right? So something which you always do, you do every day, you do regularly, right? So we use simple present tense to talk about things that happen repeatedly. In the same way, present continuous tense. Yes, now there is lots of difference between these two tenses. When we say present continuous tense, we talk about only those actions which are happening at the time of the speaking, that is now. What is happening now? That is, I am teaching you English and you might be watching this video, right? So something which is taking place right now, about all those actions we talk using present continuous tense. That means the actions which are happening now. Okay, for example, I am doing my work now, or I am doing my homework now. Okay, so we use present continuous tense to talk about actions which are happening at the time of speaking. So for example, if somebody asks you, do you work? You will answer, yes, I work. You will not say, yes, I am working in HCL or I'm working in IBM. You have to say, I work in IBM or I work in HCL, because that is a regular activity which you are doing. But in the moment when you are saying I am working, that means at that moment you are working, but maybe regularly you are not. So there is lots of difference in meaning when you use present continuous tense to talk about any activity which you do regularly, right? So going forward, here there are some sentences which will help you to understand the difference between both the tenses. For example, if we talk about water, water boils at 100 degrees Celsius. So it's like it used to boil at 100 degrees Celsius at past also, now also it boils at 100 degrees Celsius, and in the future also it is going to be boiling in 100 degrees Celsius only. So this is something which is taking place regularly, right? But to frame a sentence under present continuous tense, the whole situation changes. What we will say, the water is boiling, please switch off the gas. That means at the moment the water is boiling on the stove and I want you to switch off the gas, right? In the same way, we have other examples like it rains heavily during monsoons. We all know that every monsoon it rains very heavily. Okay, present continuous tense, it is raining, please close the door. It is raining now, please close the windows. Yes. Then I love to read storybooks. That means I always love to read storybooks. I am reading a book. Please don't switch off the lights. That means at the moment I am reading the book and I don't want you to switch off the light, right? Do you sing? Yes. So this question is being asked to know whether singing is your habit or not, whether you sing regularly. It's not like whether you are singing one day, 2 day. No, whether you singing is your habit or not. Okay. So in the same way, under present continuous tense, we can frame the sentence as listen to them. Are they singing? So that means I want to know whether they are singing at the moment, right? Okay. And the last sentence is most people learn to cycle when they are children, right? So we know that when we are children, at that point of time only we learn to cycle. So that is also something which happens regularly. Then Kirtana is in China now. She is learning Chinese. Okay. So I hope you understood the difference between simple present tense and present continuous tense. Now, to talk about more differences, simple present tense talks about permanent situations. Okay, that means I brush my teeth every day. It's not like I will brush my teeth today and tomorrow I'm not going to brush my teeth. It is not like that, isn't it? So under simple present tense we talk about all the things which are permanent, but under present continuous tense we talk about all the things which are temporary. So now you are watching my video, after some moment you will be watching some other video, so that is a temporary action, right? So here there are some more examples. Under simple present tense we can say my parents live in Kolkata. They have lived there all their lives, right? Present continuous tense, I'm living in a PG now, but soon I will move to the university hostel. So that means in a PG you are living for a temporary time, but soon you are going to move to some other place. My husband is a writer. He writes about website development. What are you writing at the moment? Can you see the difference? The difference between a writer and difference between what I'm asking somebody what that person is writing at the moment. Yes, Kathy is a teacher. She teaches English. Okay. Alia's mother is teaching math to Alia. That means at the moment, Alia's mother is teaching math to Alia. Yes. So here we are also going to understand the difference between I always do and I am always doing. Now there are lots of difference between these two phrases, that is I always do and I am always doing. For example, when we say I always do something, that means we do every time. I always brush my teeth. I always eat sandwiches. I always read books. I always go to the tuition. Okay, so we generally we talk about regular activities, something which we are doing very often. Okay, it's like maybe we are doing every day. So that is at that point of time we will say I always do, right? That means the frequency of doing that action is too much. Okay, I always study. I always watch movie. But when we say I always verb plus ing, it gives a different meaning. For example, here, this person is telling, oh, I have lost my briefcase. I'm always losing things. Okay. So when we are using ing with the verb, it doesn't mean every time he is doing, but as such, he is doing it often. Okay. So when you say I'm always losing things, it does not mean that you lose things every time. It means that you lose things quite often, that is more than normal. Okay, so I hope I am able to give you the difference between these two phrases, that is I always do and I am always doing. So next time when you are using such phrases, please use it correctly. And also I hope I am able to give you the correct difference between simple present tense and present continuous tense. So frame your sentence correctly. I hope you like the video. So please subscribe to my channel and like the video. Thank you.